Hello, this is Pastor Rick, and I want to welcome you to the Lectionary Bible study in preparation for the first Sunday of Advent, December 1. Boy, a lot is going to happen before this service, in particular Thanksgiving celebrations, family gatherings, lots of turkey and football. And so we come to this service probably a little surprised that Advent has begun, the four Sundays of Advent, in preparing us for the coming of the Lord. And our two texts will do that for this Sunday. We have one from Luke 21, verses 25 to 36, although we're going to add verses 5, 6, and 7 about the temple from Luke, from this important chapter 21, and 1 Thessalonians 3, 9 to 13. Let me just give you just a brief heads up. Read all of Luke chapter 21, because it really is about the temple. And you see right at the beginning of verse of chapter 21, the disciples are all goo-goo-eyed about the temple, how beautiful it is, and the stones and the craftsmanship. And Jesus throws them a curveball. He says, that temple is going to be destroyed. That temple is coming down. And of course, they just couldn't believe their ears. And so we have a conflict in Luke that comes to a head in this chapter, which is why I say read the whole thing, because it's temple versus temple. It's the temple of stone with all the sacrificial and Levitical rites, which the disciples are admiring, versus Jesus being the temple, meaning where God and humanity meet. And this is a big theme for Luke, that Jesus is now the new temple, and therefore, with these two temples, so to speak, where God's presence is most notably present, they're going to come to a clash. Yeah, there can only be one temple. And in this text, we see the results. Jesus says, that other temple's got to go because I'm here. Also, it'll talk about the future coming of Jesus as temple, that's implied, as the Son of Man, as the Messiah. And although there's judgment language here, that is true, it's meant to be encouraging. That's the final goal. Secondly, 1 Thessalonians, also a lovely text. When you take a look at the Advent calendar, we have these themes of peace, love, joy, and hope. They all come from 1 Thessalonians. In fact, some feel that these themes from the Advent calendar were taken from 1 Thessalonians. Again, where they're preparing, just notice the difference. Everyone's expecting Jesus to come back. They're sure of that in Thessalonica. But the people are more interested in technical issues, like will the dead who have already died, our friends, be raised up in the parousia in the coming of Jesus, or will they miss the whole thing? And Paul has other fish to fry. He says, you need to be prepared spiritually. It's a spiritual exercise. And so I think we get some of that today as well. When we hear about Jesus coming back, we do pray, Maranatha, come Lord Jesus. And sometimes we get all caught up in the technical details about calendar and signs. And with Paul, it's, are we ready? Because Jesus is coming, ready or not. So I hope, again, these are two great texts, temple versus temple. Jesus is the temple versus the temple of stone. And all our technical questions versus Jesus saying, spiritually, be ready. I hope this is helpful. See you on Sunday here at Emmanuel. Bye-bye now.